that are going to happen. We take credit for that too. You see, like it's not all negative, bro. It truly in anything, right? I mean, cool world, man. You're crazy, man.
Jacoby, I try to avoid it whenever possible. I do have panic attacks about the IRS showing up at my house sometimes.
Sending 2 aircraft carriers to the Middle East. That's okay, Prime Minister Starmer. We don't need them any longer. But we will remember, we don't need people that join wars after we already won.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
He is fucking, that guy is so funny. I see this right here. See, this is my feed. Watch. So we'll know. The F-22 Raptor just got a second life, and China should be worried. What else am I saying? Hold on. Megyn Kelly. You don't gotta like. Okay, so she's shitting on Gavin Newsom. Here we go. Off the press. A new petition for our voter ID in California has gained steam, surpassing the required 870,000. Okay, that's good for us. We got UFC. Oh, we got this Persian chick talking to that guy Shank. Whatever. That's January 14th. Fox News.
Are you on X or?
No, this is my Instagram feed. I'm just reading what I'm seeing.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay, here's another one. Let's see. Yeah, I just UFC. Let's see here. More UFC. Yeah, UFC's kind of going crazy. What's IRGC members? It says IRGC member flees with wife as Iranians watch in disbelief. It shows a guy running into his car with his wife.
Dude, the Mediterranean right now is hotter than a fucking $3 pistol. I mean, it's fucking jam-packed with everybody. Italy's there, France is there, and then obviously the Gulf is nuts.
Hadi Chapon confirms retirement.
Seems like ship trackers and everything. There's a whole strike group just chilling in the Gulf waiting.
Here's another one. Women who lit a cigarette with burning photo of Supreme Leader celebrates his death in the street. Shows
Dude, have you seen this shit in New York yet?
No, I'm just reading on my Instagram page. Here, let me see here. Iranian ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Ali Reza, says the country welcomes something, but it's not allowed its territory. Iran thanks Saudi for not allowing its territory to be used during war. Okay.
4 hours ago, 2 arrested after throwing shrapnel devices at anti-Islam rally near New York City Mayor's home. 12:38 p.m.
See, that's not gonna help the Muslims, bro.
Yeah, so that's the thing I'm primarily concerned about right now. Like,
but did it call that nigga Mamdi a fucking communist?
So these sorts of attacks in the U.S. are almost certainly going to. This is going to be like, second Iraq War.
It's about time, though. We needed that.
Brother, Jacobus, my man. I know you like to steel man some wacky shit, including the Holocaust. But we're talking about fucking people trying to blow people up in the streets of the United States.
Yo, bro,
this is going to continue. Like, the next couple major events that are, whatever the next marathon is, whatever the next, major sporting event is. The Olympics in LA is going to be fucking sketchy. The World Cup.
The World Cup.
It's going to be fucking sketchy, dude.
They're both in LA, too.
I am not, doing anything public, bro.
You don't need weapons-grade plutonium for an bomb. Sorry, it's going to be fun.
I think we need that traditional American values again. Not the fucking racist shit.
Yeah, we're going to white picket fence our way out of this.
A little hint of that shit. That shit will put the Muslims back in check. You won't see nobody complain about Iranians or Palestinians.
All right, is Eric trying to come up? Is that what's going on?
I invited him.
He's doing like reactions on everybody in the.
I think he wants everyone's karma score to drop.
Well,
I'm not worried about mine.
I was just chilling with the homie Eric, so he cool. We was playing Fortnite together. You remember when you was a real nigga still call? When you used to play Fortnite?
Jacobus, this idea that you were playing Fortnite almost sounds like you're trying to rewrite history and not mention the fact that you're a terrible teammate and you run off by yourself.
That's not true. I do what needs to be done. Good.
So he just runs off.
Yeah, we're in like a 3-piece, and you know you got to stick together and like heal your body when you go down or whatever. And Jacobus is just like peace.
I've been coming back though.
That's what solos are for.
I come back
trios if you want to play by yourself.
When I come back, I drop gold guns and special things and be like, see what I did on my journey?
So I guess this bomb in New York didn't go off, though. That's what it seems like. Why it didn't go off, I don't know.
Economics.
But it was like homemade. Like screws and nuts and bolts and like, they were going to be picking up DJIs at fucking Best Buy and wiring them up. And that's going to get real sketchy.
Yeah, why did you leave Jacobus? I was coming back. Doing.
Oh shit, Eric's back, bro. Were you fucking in one of the fucking bunkers?
Nah, luckily, no.
How you been though? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm straight. Yo, Eric, tell that nigga I do play like a teammate. I just be going to get special things for you. Right. Yeah, you do your own little special thing.
What's up, Eric?
What's up? Nah, I ain't gonna forget how you left me earlier, bro. This dude drove past me in the van when the storm was closing.
Yeah, they got these motherfuckers in 4K. I'm putting the link in the back channel. You guys gotta see it.
This one says Iran reportedly executes senior general accused of spying for Mossad. Did you guys hear that one?
Mike, what do you think about the Marine that they broke his arm, bro?
That shit was
I saw that. It seems like the guy should have left.
Bro, they broke his arm, bro. The crazy part
I think it was like the door closed on it, right?
You guys got stuck in the back end.
He stuck his hand in the door trying to hold it.
But he couldn't get it out, but they were trying to pull him through the door.
Yeah.
You hear that shit snapped.
But he was like trying to like prevent them from kicking him out, and I think like he tried to use that door for leverage
In such a way he couldn't get out. He's getting wrist locked, basically. He couldn't get out. And they kept yanking on him thinking he was hanging on intentionally, but he was stuck. And then pop.
I mean, fuck, bro. You probably should leave.
The senator that did that, you know, there was a senator, like a congressman that did that, that they pushed him in, that they pushed him.
Do you think that would? Wait, do you think that would happen to you? Do you think that would happen to you?
What?
What happened to that guy with his arm?
No. He was trying
happened
to pull
to me?
himself back into the room. And then
Yeah.
Nah, bro, that guy's a fucking.
You probably just leave, right?
Warrior, bro. That guy's a fucking warrior.
But you would probably just leave, though, right?
I don't know, bro. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there's
but just leaving
Like,
doesn't
they can get to stand like that, right?
No, because he already got his screaming in. But let me ask you this. All right, how about this? What's the closest you ever came to not leaving at a protest in your life?
What does that look like?
Hold on, I want to hear you answer.
Nah, bro. Listen, bro.
Have you ever been like, no, I want my fucking fries or something?
Hello?
Like,
I'm pretty chill, bro.
Hello?
To be fair, he's saying like he's seen
Hello?
more, right?
no, but you though, because I'm asking you, like, what's the
Yeah, I
closest?
mean, like obviously I'm not gonna be able to relate to this.
Hello?
Okay, probably like
No, I mean, but you can relatively relate.
Can y'all hear
not
me?
really like fries versus like I don't want.
Hey, Jacobus, I'll slap the yarmulke off your head.
Have you ever protested at all?
No, bro. No,
Really?
not at all.
He never fought for his rights, bro.
Well, hold on, have I protested? I don't think I protested either.
Nigga, because you passive.
Y'all like Dave. I've been to demonstrations. I've never protested since like 99.
You protested before?
Yeah, bro. All our meetings protest.
bro. You had to sign this stuff.
Dave's hot chicken. 6 years old, bro.
Oh, you were like in the crowd and shit with signs? Do you feel like, do you guys really think it does something? I just drive by.
Fuck.
I just drive by. I don't like
racist, Mike.
What do you mean? I just look at a bunch of people and I'm like,
what the fuck you think Martin?
They really think they're doing something right now.
What do you think Martin Luther King was doing?
Well, he at least got something done.
He was fighting for your people. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, he was fighting for the Iranians.
Now he was fighting for the
Congressman, Instagram, use.
That's
Martin Luther King wanted Israel to exist. He was a Zionist. That's what he was fighting for.
Martin, what was the last time protesting worked? It was fucking killing people.
Yeah, but that's usually the outcome.
That wasn't protesting though.
brother.
Minus those protests wouldn't do shit. Those fucking
There's
people.
far too many.
That caused the pressure, bro.
I don't think so, bro.
I agree with you about the protest cause the pressure, but it's more so because they pay the protesters to do crazy
I
shit
swear, bro.
and apply the pressure.
Let me ask you this: how much would it?
Okay, what you mean? All right, can you
To
explain
get beat up, I'd get
the
beat
ass whooping area?
I would not.
How bad it might be
So
bad?
like, you ever see those videos?
I wouldn't get out like broken orbital go to the hospital, but
You don't get to control that. You're just getting beat up.
that's a good point. Yeah.
You
I
see
think
the
like a
video
bar
from
strap,
like
you know what I mean?
that's
All or nothing. I think
What does it matter, bro? Why ask you those questions? I don't know. Do you enjoy talking about it? What? I'm asking to find out how to speak with you so I can practice my English. Right. So we can do this in a very civilized way, right? Can we do it, yes or no? Yes, of course. Alright, let's see if that was alright. You are the supermart. I am your humble servant. You are a god here, sir. In the virtual reality world, the super green bean mug. Priest. Yeah. Like church.
I need somebody.
True
And
story.
when I feel like that, this side, now you ain't part of it, man. Why you ain't part of it?
Absolutely.
When you part of that tonight?
Absolutely. True story. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I said, where you part of that tonight?
Absolutely. Whatever you say.
Fuck all that, man.
Absolutely. Fuck
You
all that.
talking fuck shit now.
Absolutely.
Fuck shit.
Fuck shit.
I went to Charlotte, Carolina, Norfolk, like place party tonight. I went out and party. I ain't doing this stuff. You sound like you're stuck, though. You ain't stuck. You just come on, talk to me.
Leave Ambassador alone. Go ahead.
Yeah. In other words, don't fool with me. Is that all right with you? I can go, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can go, but intellectual, you can have some physical shit. Most content is physical. I wouldn't have this motherfucker. You know, boxing. You know what I'm saying? And, I do martial arts, all that, man. I'm an active motherfucker. I'm a black activist. Yeah, motherfucker don't roll up on me just any kind of way. That's from Trump to the goddamn outhouse to the motherfucking White House. I'm a serious motherfucker. And I walked on that Senate when he told us our children, I asked all of y'all to come. When he walked on that Senate and said that all our children criminals, that we should be tried at 14. Well, I went to the mic and said his bitch ass should be tried at 10 years old. And he the hoe. Epstein and the rest of that shit was on purpose. Just niggas just slow to catch on to how the tricks in the game, how to put shit put together. You gotta get on your own politics regardless what Trump do. And say, mama.
Verbal diarrhea in the building.
Yo, respect on the ambassador. What's good, ambassador? Yeah, what's good, homie? All right. I'm chilling, man. I've been down to me some nags head, and I might go down to motherfucker South Beach, you know. While I'm in the South with her. That's cool. That's the weather there. Taking in some breeze. And I know how to do it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I live in America. I told you, I promised y'all last year. I live in America. I never have. I go to Hong Kong, I'm gonna live in Hong Kong. I'm not a goddamn scrub, Joe. And ain't nobody with me no scrub. So all I ask is what's kicking it? What's clicking? Let's see it pop off, because it's gonna pop off. If it don't pop off, then we set it off in this motherfucker. We set it to hell. What's up? What's good? What's good, homie? Just saying, like everyone else, just watching this horror show. Steve Unravel.
Haitian, you gonna call this the best president horror show? Haitian, Haitian, you calling the best president in history a horror show? Damn.
Yeah, please. Wait, are you talking about your president? Which one is your president? Who's your president?
Best president in history, champ. That's what I'm talking about.
Who's your president?
I'm talking about the best president in history.
Barack? No, who you talking about? Carter?
Barack? Carter?
Who you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm asking you.
Wait. So, Haitian, to be clear, right? To be clear, you could be a one-term best president in history.
Yeah.
You could be a one-termer and best president in history.
Why not?
So, if them niggas run you out of office, how you the best president in history?
Check it out. You could have been president for a week and been better than this motherfucking office right now.
Okay. No,
right.
All right. So
and
you say he's better than the nigga in the office right now. I'm asking you if you could be a one-termer and be the best.
So because this piece of shit was elected twice, it means he's the best president?
All right. That's not my assertion. That's not my assertion. We're having two different conversations.
Yeah, we are.
You mentioned Barack, and then you mentioned Carter. All right. So I know Barack was a two-termer. I know Barack was a two-termer. But my question was, could you be a one-termer and be the best president in history?
And I said yes.
And I'm trying to understand how, Sway. That dog, it won't hunt. That dog won't hunt.
My shit will bite though.
Person could be assassinated.
That motherfucker
And
will
he's
bite
not
you.
alive anymore to run for a second term. So that's how the one term could actually be the best term.
But who's president? Who's the president? That's all I want to know.
All right, listen. All right,
Haitian. Who the fuck is the president you talking about?
Okay, Haitian. I'm happy to talk about that, but that would be switching. It would be switching.
No, that was the first question, Anthony.
No.
All right, it's not even a serious conversation, though, bro.
Oh, okay, so serious. Thank you.
No,
Haitian, we good.
You know that, though.
So
But I'm asking who's the president, though? What are you referring to?
Clearly I'm talking about Trump.
Netanyahu?
I'm clearly talking. Yeah, you see, this is where the jokes start.
That's who the commander-in-chief is.
Jokes start.
Because
You
that's who
see?
the commander-in-chief is.
That's why, we can't have a serious conversation.
No, that's
We
one
can't have a
serious,
serious
though. That's
conversation.
one is serious, though, because you and I both know
Oh
Netanyahu
my
was the one calling the
God.
shots, yo.
Oh my God.
You know Netanyahu was the one calling the shots.
So the first term it was Putin. Now it's Netanyahu. Y'all need to figure out y'all story. Get your story together.
Yo. So Putin got tired of the bitch and passed it along. Bro, Anthony, come on, bro.
Yo, Haitian.
You could talk to kids in the U.S. right now, and they're gonna say to you the same thing. If you give them the data to look at what transpired last week, this is what kids are saying, bro. This is what high school kids are saying. That Israel runs the U.S. That Netanyahu runs the U.S. That Netanyahu made Trump go to war.
So let me ask you a question. Has any of Europe, jumped in the situation?
Jumped in what's the trade as far as what?
The war in Iran?
In what capacity are you asking?
I'm saying, okay. Have they?
They're saying they're defensive. They're not trying to be offensive, and they're also not trying.
So have they been on some Switzerland? Okay, go ahead.
They're saying, from last I heard, they're not trying to get involved in what they deem that could be possibly considered illegal.
Oh, so none of the nations in Europe are getting involved.
That's not what I said, yo.
Okay, no, you said they're not getting. You literally said they're not getting involved in something that might be illegal. Literally, that's what you said.
Anthony, we're not gonna play the sides with me, brother. Because what I also said was they said it's defensive, not an offensive posture, right?
Okay.
Did you not hear that?
I didn't hear that. Honestly, I didn't hear that. I honestly didn't hear that. So it's cool. So now, when you say
you want to have that maggot shake your head. You want to have that maggot shake wax in your head.
All right, yo, Haitian, and for the record, you already know you're my brother no matter what. None of this is offensive. All right, cool. All right, none of this is offensive. All right, so here's what's up. I just want to understand, when you say that they'll get involved defensively,
they're not just going, from my understanding, from last I heard, but I haven't been in the game today, they weren't just getting open and going bombing.
All right.
With us in Israel.
So if
I'm taking orders from Netanyahu at IDF. That's not them being involved.
Defensive.
That's not.
I'm sorry?
That's not military action. Sorry. Let's not.
Okay. All right. So yo, Haitian. I'm letting cats. All right. So dude's about to go do a jukes, and they make the meeting spot your crib. You not involved?
It's not that simple, bro.
You're not involved?
It's not that simple.
We meeting up at Haitian crib. We loading up. We loading up at Haitian crib.
It's not that simple. Like you're saying that, it's not that simple. You know this.
Wow.
I would hope you know this, that on a regular basis, countries let you operate out of the country. Sometimes they say yes, and sometimes they say no. Just like in 2003, right? We were supposed to go to Turkey to invade Iraq initially. And Turkey said they weren't letting any combat units launch from Turkey.
Exactly.
So that was their position. That was their position. So look, man. Yeah, you're trying to make it more than it is with them. You already know that they're going to have to end up getting involved, but their position was they were trying to stay the fuck out of it because they saw this was not there was no gain here. Can we agree with that part, Anthony? Can we agree that other countries are getting forced into this shit?
The Haitian, I wouldn't agree to that. I really, because other countries, there are countries that aren't going to get involved no matter what. So when you say that getting forced, I can't agree with that, brother. There are countries that just want to sit on the sidelines and not do anything. This idea that somebody's being forced to do something against their will, that they're proactively doing, I can't agree with that as a concept.
The United Kingdom has agreed to let U.S. bases.
Go ahead.
The United Kingdom has said U.S. bases can use their bases for defensive purposes because of the way that Iran is throwing missiles around the whole territory. That's what he's pointing to.
So, Haitian, would you say that that Netanyahu is running the UK? Would you say that? Would that be a stance? Because they letting us use their bases.
Are you high or are you drunk, bro? Because you say you don't smoke, but you don't drink.
I don't.
Like how that comparison is saying with Trump, the dick riding motherfucker, right? Who literally is over there doing Netanyahu's work. Who's literally over there saying how we're working together, man, baby. Like, are you serious? It's not the same thing, bro. This is Trump. Trump was one at the negotiation table. So they almost already did, right? He was the one that was saying, let's negotiate this shit, and 2 minutes later, let's go fucking bomb you. Again, Anthony, I don't have any love for the Iranian government. I don't feel bad for the Iranian government. Am I empathetic to the people? Yes. The government, I think, two fucks about. When Trump Soleimani killed, I was like, cool, good job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So,
but right now though, what the fuck did we gain right now? And what game do you foresee within the next 6 months? In the next fucking year? How many more bodies gonna come through for Kitover?
All right, Haitian, did the Iranian president apologize?
Oh yeah, he apologized. You know he apologized? You know he apologized for? You know what he said? You know what he said? He said I apologize for what I haven't even done yet to you.
Oh my God. That's not what he said, Jan.
You really think
that's not what he said, Jan.
Anthony.
That's not. Now you're being disingenuous. That's not what he said.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'm just talking shit right there, bro. That's because the whole thing.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because the whole thing's a joke, though. You really think he's fucking serious when he apologizes? Yeah. Yo, look. I'm sorry, shorty. I'll never hit you again. I'll never cheat on you again. What happens? Come on, man. We really gonna say that, bro? Come on.
This dude here.
You really think he was apologizing? Like, yeah, he's bound down to the West. He's apologizing now. Is that how you took it?
Listen, man.
Is that how you took it, though?
I'm gonna tell you the way I took it. All jokes aside, I took it as him copping a plea because he didn't want them to smack his head off his body. He ain't want to end up another name on the list. That's the way I took it.
You don't care?
He don't care?
Nah, bro.
Yo, like, honestly, Haitian, I think that's a real big statement you're making there. I don't know how you could make that statement saying he don't care if he dies.
I'm saying
that's
part
a big statement.
Let me tell you something. Why I said that to you, right? It's part of it. You in that position right now. You in the fog of war. You have most of the motherfuckers in your government have passed away already or been killed or right? It's war. It is what it is. He's waiting for his
to get what 7 versions, 8 versions? Like
what are you talking about, bro? 77, man.
I'm sorry. I apologize. 77 versions. And you think he's worried about dying? Like,
no, but
Haitian. All jokes aside, man. I think I think that Khomeini he didn't want to die. I don't think Donald Trump wants to die. I don't think anybody. I agree with that. That's a different statement. That absolutely is something I could get behind. But like I'm saying to you, he's proactively copping a plea. He's trying to indicate surreptitiously that he's somebody that can be worked with. Like this is he's trying to stay alive. He's politicking.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the way I'm taking it.
All right, that's cool. But do you think it's gonna make a difference?
Well, not necessarily.
Hey, let me say like this. Let's be 100% right, bro. How in the fucking world can you say that this was fucking smart? This was organized? It looks like there was a plan behind this? There was communication. I'm keeping it elementary, even the way I speak about the shit, and I say this shit, because there's nothing to speak about. It's like a fucking hold on, a brain dead, blind, mute, fucking idiot can see what the fuck is going on. All right. Again, what did we gain from that shit?
All right, so Haitian, here's what's up, right?
No, can you tell me what we gained?
No. Haitian, I'm being serious right now too. Haitian, everybody's a plan until they get punched in the face, right? Everybody got a plan. Now,
so all fun and games, and someone loses it.
Yeah. So what's up, man? Like, there was no that much of the leadership in Iran in one fell swoop. How do you plan for that? How do you account for that?
That's irrelevant, though.
No, and what do you mean it's irrelevant?
That's irrelevant.
What I'm saying to you is that it's a fluid situation. It's right now. Okay. Right now, you know what the United States, what the plan is? The plan is to make Iran capitulate. The plan is to make Iran bend over. That's the plan.
They were already at the negotiating table. So you want them to come to the negotiating table again after you broke it? After you broke it? It's an open stage, Anthony. It's an open stage.
I'm having a squabble with Haitian.
We all squabbling, bro. We have a threesome. Go ahead. Let's all squabble.
Oh, man.
Wait, you want to bend them over so they come to the negotiating table that they were just at, and the mediator in between was like, there's progress being made, and you're just going to ignore that like that wasn't happening. Make that make sense. They were at the negotiating table already.
Okay. So we sat down at negotiating tables with Iran. We bombed Iran. This dude was in power for how many years? Their whole shit was to wait out Donald Trump. That was their whole plan. He's out of office. They're gonna try to assassinate him. They literally, they got hit squads that they trying to take out. Trump when he stepped out of office. Biden talked about this shit.
But
this ain't no made up shit.
But what does that have to do? So what does that mean, Anthony?
Okay, what I'm saying to you is that Arthur's point was about them negotiating. I'm saying they were not acting in good faith. It was all bullshit. They were trying to buy time. That's since we're in a threesome, I'm addressing what he said. Exactly.
The mediator said that progress was being made.
Hold on, dude.
That's what I would say if I was the mediator too.
Hold on, actually. So again, when last Friday, right, when that fucking piece of shit, dirty fucking pig went in front of the world and declared America going to war, what was the imminent danger at the time?
Yo, the world has been constantly under imminent danger from Iran. All right. So if you want specific imminent danger, the missing uranium was specific imminent danger.
Who said it was missing?
But it was obliterated.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Who said it was missing?
It was obliterated.
Nobody knows what they did. He did not say the uranium was obliterated.
Anthony's with Jimmy Hoffa. There you go.
The strike was to obliterate the uranium deposit.
Not to obliterate uranium. What are you talking about? What do you like? Makes sense, man. You're stringing words together.
I hear you. So here's this, right? So you're saying it's been like 47 years, it's the evil regime, right? And I agree with you. Fuck Iran, the Iranian government, right? So if it's been that long, don't you think we would have a good plan if we attack them? What happens like after that?
Okay, so Haitian.
No. Would you think that there will be some type of contingency plan in place?
Iran's military, they've taken the fangs out. The airplanes that they had, the friggin' navy that they had. Like, Iran is fucked right now. Their missile attacks have dropped by 80-something%. Their missile attacks have dropped by 80-something%.
Yeah, but look at the big picture though. This is what you don't understand it. Okay, when financial markets are fucked and this shit drags on. So now it's the next fucking generation. And do you realize my son is not able to go to the military? Do you realize he was even fucking born on my first deployment? So it's a whole other fucking generation dealing with the same bullshit.
You're coming from, and it's nothing I take lightly. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing I take lightly. All right? My son has friends in the U.S. military. My son isn't in the military, but kids that I watch grow up, they're in the military. I love these kids. It's nothing I take lightly. I appreciate their sacrifice. So there's no joking. There's nothing lighthearted about that. I thoroughly respect what you say. You're talking about your son. I respect it. No fucking
but it's not just about my son. I'm talking about this
clearly. I know you're not. Dude, I understand. Yeah, I understand that. And Haitian, there's I'm totally serious, totally, respectful as it relates to that stuff. So here's where we're at. The United States, we voted in a leader. Our leader made a decision. All right. I think we need to rally behind our forces. I think we need to pray for a quick resolution. I think that, the long-term goals, if you look at how much of it, that reflexively, automatically, he did it, it's wrong. I don't think like that.
Yeah, and there's some people that no matter what the fuck he does, they're going to make it easy for them. So right now, let's not even focus on him. Right? Yeah, he's a piece of shit who let us here because his daddy told him to do this, right? But again, what the fuck did we gain by doing it last week? Right? Versus doing it 6 months if we had a better strategic plan in place.
Nation, the advantage that we have in doing it is we were able to take out their leadership. That's the number one objective
for over 20 years.
The number one objective has already been accomplished.
But they've been decentralized for over 20 years.
The number one objective, taking out the top people in Iran, has already been accomplished.
And yet they're still firing missiles. They're still firing missiles. They're still operating.
As they should be.
Right. So whether they take the leader or not, the decentralized nature that they put in 20 years ago is withstanding this effort that you're talking about.
Okay, so you're saying that it's withstanding. I'm saying to you, they have no navy to speak of. They have no air force.
They never had a navy.
They didn't have a boat that got sunk? Like some kind of...
Wait, hold on. In terms of naval power, Iran has no navy to speak of.
Okay. If you want to talk about, comparing their navy versus China versus the United States, then yes, they have no navy to speak of. But they had naval forces. They absolutely did. So what I'm saying to you, that their missile deployments have dropped by over 80%. You're acting like there's no progress being made. There's clearly progress. 80%? What does that indicate?
Anthony, listen.
They're running out of ammunition.
Bro, Anthony, listen. This is my take, right? Good. Decimate them, do the fuck you gotta do. That's fine. Again, I'm not crying over any motherfucker from that regime fucking being blown up. I don't give a fuck about them. Okay? But what the fuck is the plan the next day?
The plan is to bomb them into submission. Bomb them until they submit.
And then what?
Okay, and then at that point, have a puppet government that will stop them from supporting terrorism all around the world.
So who's the puppet government now? So who do you have that you fucking vetted that's on the list?
The Shah. The Shah.
Man, he already said that, bro, that motherfucker is trying to be part of a transitional. Not staying there.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be a puppet. He's trying to be a transitional puppet.
No, Anthony. When I say transitional, he's talking about like a year. He's not talking about fucking being.
He's talking about getting them through some kind of election
The chat. So, hey, what's up? So there's a classified report that by the National Intelligence Council that said warned Trump, even a large-scale assault, if it were to be launched on Iran, it's unlikely that out the Islamic Republic and their military. So we don't take heed to caution from our intelligence?
Nope.
Okay.
Because MAGAs know it all. Because the ones with no experience know
our
all.
intelligence can tell us what they think may happen.
Think.
All right.
Think.
It's not so. Ace.
They have facts. It's not an opinion.
Excuse me?
They're not just coming up with this out of their ass.
So, Ace, what you're saying is that they know for a fact what's going to happen. They can go into the future and see what's going to happen definitively.
They can assess the outcome.
Yeah.
It's called risk assessment.
Okay. So, have they ever been wrong? Have they ever been wrong?
This is a nation that has never been conquered in 7,000 fucking years. Okay, the terrain of Iran is impossible to navigate. Getting boots on the ground, good luck. So bombing them from overhead isn't going to change the regime.
All right. Again, you're acting like right now what we're doing isn't effective.
Is it changing the regime?
Okay. All right. So as far as I'm concerned, it's already changed the regime. You understand what the word change means?
Yes, bring in new leadership. It's the same fucking system. Do you know how the RGC works? Do you know?
Okay.
It's a spider web. The RGC
man, we respect our woman, Anthony. We don't treat them like MAGAs, you know, those.
No, I'm not disrespecting her. I'm not saying
anything.
Oh, you know what? It's low IQ anyways, but so I don't mind it. So with that being said, the RGC isn't as simple as Venezuela. You take the guy out and it's done. No. The Ayatollah Khamenei bombing and killing him, he's not the representation of the entire system. It's an ideology. It's so deeply entrenched. You don't even know the system. For every high-ranking position, there's at least 4 people who are trained and ready to go. It's a spider web. There are at least tens of 20,000s. They're saying at least 50,000 members is what they say from the IRGC. They have 1 million military personnel, boots on the ground, ready to go. If you talk about what they have, and they've sent videos underground. That's where they keep their hypersonic missiles. Even the U.S. intelligence has said, actually, this is a general, I'll find the video. He goes, the Shaheeds they're using to strike are very difficult to sort of combat, even with the defense systems. Yes, we are doing a hell of a lot of fucking damage in Iran, but don't sit here like this is some easy peasy thing and they're going to be walking out and saying, hi, Trump, yes, we'll let a puppet in. It's not happening. This is not a simple country. It's way more complex. So bombing it isn't going to change the fucking regime. Full art installations have been there for thousands of years. They bombed them for no fucking reason. 13 hospitals have been bombed. Civilian hospitals. 165 little girls were bombed. For what reason? So this is actually uniting the people. Nobody wants to be bombed to obliterate. They may hate the regime, but they definitely fucking hate what Israel and the U.S. is doing. Oh, by the way, just earlier, Israel went and bombed one of the biggest oil refineries in Iraq. Tell us how multiple refineries that we get our oil from have also been bombed. The Strait of Hormuz, they're not letting in anybody but Russia and Chinese vessels. That's actually fucked us. If you don't know, 25% of the crude oil that the world needs goes through that Strait of Hormuz. That's 20 million barrels a day. So
when we get into this whole like insulting game and saying people are low IQ and stuff like that, it's not a productive conversation. I didn't say anything about you. I didn't call you out your name, nothing like that. All right. Like I specialize in disrespect, but I said nothing to you. There's no reason for you to do it to me. As it relates to what you said, you talked about 50,000, IRGC, and then you talked about 1 million, and there's like over 90 million people in Iran. And, in terms of the will of the people, universally, I've heard the people praising this intervention. I've heard the people thanking the United States and Israel. This is what I've heard. I understand that like certain people live in echo chambers and they want to see America and Israel lose. They hate Donald Trump more than they love America. I get that. And, it's not, I'm not upset about it. I'm not like, it's not anything that I'm looking for a fuss or a fight about. You knock yourself out. Donald Trump, he's going to continue to do what he's doing. He's going to bomb them into oblivion. Why wouldn't they have led with the hypersonics? Where's the hypersonics? Why didn't they just drop those early and do maximum damage? Take the heart out of Israel. Take the heart out of, like attack U.S. Bases with the hypersonics. But, listen, you have access to all the information. You know more than Netanyahu. You know more than Trump. You know more than Mossad. You got it all.
Well, BB's record ain't good, Anthony. You the same motherfucker who got us into Iraq, remember?
Bunch of neocons running shit. And, that's a whole other story. As it stands right now, I think that I can see progress. When you hear the president...
What? Progress wiping your ass? Come on, really?
Well, progress not minor. That's huge. The progress I'm hearing is the president of Iran apologizing. And then some hardliners in there criticizing him. So we have, in their ranks, we have dissension. We have disagreement. We have different ideas in the ranks. We got the president apologizing.
To who said, our target are not our brothers in the Gulf states, but if you post a base...
people that they attack.
Yeah, but no. If you post a base... We will use it. Listen, do you know what happened after we said it? By families in Dubai. They bombed the Dubai airport. Okay? So, try that.
Hey, hold on. Let me take a real quick. I'm going to go to bed in a second, man. I just want to play something. Sure. Hold on, me.
Like that, so you would kill the number one guy, and literally that next day, another one will pop up.
Where there's a will, there's a way. In my opinion, power corrupts everybody. I remember correctly, we did something pretty similar right before World War II started.
Mitchell, he was caught because he had a female that came to the compound he was staying in. Does it surprise you that a woman could have possibly been part of this capture and kill?
Some of the most popular individuals in the world have taken out by women. Bill Clinton being one of them, right? What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Green Beret Chronicle Show. We got a good one for you guys today. So, war with Iran has broken out. I have a few reactions as far as what everybody's saying about what's going on that I want to share with you guys. The first one being Chad Wright. And then, guys, I'm going to let you hear what James Swain has to say about what's going on in Iran. And then we're going to talk about Mexico, guys, the cartels going on over there. I'll let you guys hear a clip as far as what led to El Mancho's demise, right? Guys, if this is your first time watching me, my name is Jay Dorius, retired U.S. Army Green Beret, and the intent behind the channel is to coach, teach, and mentor the next generation of warfighters. So if you haven't done so already, guys, like, subscribe, share the channel, greatly appreciate it. Also, I noticed about 68% of you guys watching aren't yet subscribed. Doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me over here. Lets me know you like what I'm doing, right? So if you don't mind, subscribe and share the channel. Really appreciate it. With all that said, guys, let's jump into the first clip with Chad Wright talking about Iran and the role we played and how that's going to turn out. Let's take a listen.
I'm just wondering how many people have bought into the narrative that Donald Trump gave to us about this.
Just for context, one guy speaking is a retired Green Beret. The other one speaking is a retired Navy SEAL.
Iran as the Iranian people to take control of their government once we are finished with our attacks on their land. And I thought, are you telling them to take control of their government like the Iraqis did? Take control of their government like the Afghans did? Like the South Vietnamese did?
What do you guys thought about what Chad is saying so far, guys? And where do you guys stand on what's going on right now with Iran? Guys, as a warfighter, I know exactly where I stand, but I'm eager to hear what you guys think as far as the general population and warfighters as far as where you at on this. Because we are, day 2, day 3 going to war with Iran. And so far, guys, it's getting pretty ugly. But I want to hear from you guys as far as how do you think this is going to turn out? And also, do you see any correlation between Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, and all the other places that we as a country have been throughout the Middle East? Keep watching.
So, have you realized that your president is a guy that builds hotels? Have you realized
that stuff with pending invasion of Haiti, right? And then again, fast forward 2001, 9/11 broke out. 2003, I joined. Iraq was going on. 20 years later, right, we're in both of those countries simultaneously, in Syria, simultaneously doing other things in the Middle East. I retired 2023. Of course, ISIS is still going on. We've been in other conflicts, 2026 alone. Now we're in Iran. And of course, we went into Venezuela and did work. Like, what do you guys just thought about what he's saying as far as there has to be war, there has to be conflict? And as a nation, we've been pretty active as far as meddling and doing shit when it comes to getting involved in other people's businesses. It is what it is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just calling out a fact, right? It is what it is, guys. Let's keep listening.
Composed of not only governments, but also individuals with great power and influence. And what the goal of the machine is to establish dominion over the entire earth. And it is marching forward, irregardless of the actions of men. Most of your politicians who are on board with this current war with Iran, you're going to hear them say things like, this is what peace strength looks like. That's a fib.
Pay attention.
The United States lashing out and taking all these preemptive strikes all over the world and being involved in all these proxy wars and all this, that is not what peace through strength looks like. It's actually what weakness looks like.
What do you guys thought about that one, guys? Is us going into Venezuela, us going into all these other places, is that weakness, or is that what we've been told peace through strength looks like? Because he makes a really good point. At the end of the day, if you are the most powerful person in the world, you don't need to go out there and showcase that to everybody. Everybody should just know that it is what it is. Everybody should just know that's who you are. Keep listening.
It shows you that the United States has been absorbed into the machine as it marches forward in its dominion over the earth. What would peace through strength look like for the United States in reality? It would look like us holding down the fort. It would look like us building so much national pride and investing so much of our resources into the development of our nation and all of its aspects, from its intelligence to its military strength. And it would look like us becoming a individual entity, a individual country that the world knows is so strong that if you touch us, we will kick you so hard in the face that it will take you 100 years to recover. That's what peace through strength looks like.
I remember correctly, we did something pretty similar right before World War II started, where we were considered a sleeping giant, right? We kept to ourselves, we didn't mess with anybody, and then next thing you know, Pearl Harbor, and then that was the beginning of...
Thank God, man. So, Haitian, man, I don't know why you played what you just played, man. I'm gonna play something.
Wait. What was it? You said again?
I don't know why you played. Like, what did you want?
I'm just giving you two perspectives from two other members of the military who spent the last 20 plus years in combat, who came from such operations communities. Who are both saying, hold on. Who are both saying this is bullshit.
Gotcha.
So that, if anything, you want to smoke a gun, that doesn't mean anything to you right there?
All right. Haitian, I understand their perspective, and they have every right to their perspective. They put their life on the line. There's nothing I'm gonna say that's gonna be critical of those guys. I'm not gonna play that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for that kind of smoke. I never put my ass on the line for the country. So far be it for me to criticize idiots who have put their ass on the line. So I'm not, I have nothing as it relates to what they're saying. I have a difference of opinion, but I'm not criticizing them. Now,
their statement and their beliefs is not about you know what I'm saying, personal feelings or this and that, right? It's not about if they like Donald Trump or dislike Donald Trump. It's based off experience.
Haitian, I humbly disagree, right? I think that our perception, everybody's perception is this. It's like if what you were saying was true, exceed their level of experience, that have differences of opinion. They don't see it the way they see it.
Okay.
It's not like there's just, one way of thinking about the situation. Okay. There are multiple perspectives.
So Anthony, that's fine, right? But it's very interesting from the military perspective community. And yes, anecdotal, you can say whatever you want to say, but every single fucking person that I know from that community who went to Iraq or Afghanistan, regardless of their political fucking party, are all saying the same thing. Is that not interesting, Anthony?
You're Haitian. I believe
that the ones who actually do the job are saying it's not the right time.
Haitian, I believe you. I don't think you're a liar. That's not your character. You're a stand-up guy, and if you say it, I believe it. But however, that can indicate to me that the people you're speaking to are at least united on this topic. But there's also other people. We could go, check polling data or whatever. There's other people that think differently. Do you know what Donald Trump's approval rating is among Republicans?
No, is it?
It's like 86%. It's like ridiculously high among Republicans. All right? So, do you think that there are Republicans that are in the armed forces that agree with what he's doing? I would imagine there are. You know what I'm saying? And this is so you may speak to a lot of people, former military, currently in the military, and they may be against it. I don't think that like you said, the key word you mentioned was anecdotal. So, listen, man, I just want to play a quick clip.
My name is Cooper. Admiral 4-star, Brad Cooper. Brad Cooper? Bradley Cooper, respect to you. Great role. This is where he gets an update on the amount of Iranian missiles that are being shot right now. Okay, go for it.
And if I just look back over 24 hours of the operation compared to where we were at start, the missile attacks have decreased by 90% since day one. Drone attacks have decreased by 83% since day one. Having said this, we remain vigilant. Our strikes against the Iranian
drone attacks were down what?
98%. The president say just a little while ago that we have sunk or destroyed 24 ships. That was true at the moment. We're now up over 30 ships. And in just the last few hours, we hit an Iranian drone carrier ship, roughly the size of a World War II aircraft carrier. And as we speak, it's on fire.
Have you seen those straight? It would almost be a comedy skit. Yeah, Tom, go ahead. No, what he's talking about here is these ships that they make to hold the drones. They look like beehives, and so we figured out where they were launching the drones.
Yeah, there's way more that I could play, and there's a lot more that gets said. But I think that shows progress. You may disagree, all right? I think that that's significant. You may disagree. I think the Iranian president apologizing is significant. You may disagree.
Significant in what way, Anthony? What happens? What happens when the bombing stops? Or I'm asking you.
All right. So that's to be determined. But
that's the problem.
So no, I don't think that's a problem, man. I really believe. You're talking about Mossad, you're talking about NSA, you're talking about CIA, you're talking about compromised people that are informing. Dude, the tentacles are everywhere. You know what Stuxnet is? You've heard of Stuxnet. You know what they did with that shit. The tentacles are everywhere. Before we got to this, they assassinated Iran's top general in Iran. They're blowing up embassies in Damascus. These dudes are not messing around. They're escalating shit. They're not taking no prisoners. Nobody right now, because of fear, because nobody wants to be in the seat. The secession plans are all messed up. Nobody wants that hot seat. So, like, you know, to act like, yo, this is not effective. What they're doing, they have no plan.
I don't think I'm articulating coming out of it. Maybe I'm not being clear as far as the way I'm articulating myself, right? Are we going to be there for another 2 years? A year? 20 years? 25 years? That's the question, Anthony.
Anthony, we spent 20 years and $2 trillion, and Afghanistan was even more of a cakewalk. We absolutely smashed them. For what? That's what some of us are
so confused.
In our name, for
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, right? Let's effectively communicate. Are you seriously?
Sure.
Are you seriously comparing Iran to Afghanistan?
Dude, my point is that even though Afghanistan, hang on, dude, let me finish, right?
You got it.
Okay, my point is, there's no doubt that we will prevail. Like, there is no doubt. Iran will run out of weapons. They don't even have an air force. Their navy is almost gone. Nobody's questioning that. What we've been questioning is why. Why did we do this? When we've got bigger problems at home, we've got bigger things to take care of. Where we didn't have money, heck yeah, we will.
So, confusion. Like, I'm not even sure where to start with that. The United States has money for whatever it wants to have money for. All right? We're on a fiat currency.
Not for the hungry, not for the sick. That's disgusting.
I said whatever we want to have money.
You're right. I didn't understand with you.
Okay, cool.
And not for the disabled veterans also, they want to send to war.
All right. Listen, I support our veterans. But, I don't understand, where this idea is. The United States government is not like you or I, where we have financial constraints. The United States government has no financial constraints.
Right. So 39 trillion doesn't matter, right? Dude,
honestly,
our point is, hang on. To answer your question, yes, that's exactly what's pissing us off. When money is needed to take care of our own, there isn't enough. Oh, there's like excessive spending. We spend 1 year having that idiot Elon Musk trying to gut government so private companies can take over. That's what we're talking about. You don't have to convince us about why are we doing this when our intelligence agencies did not show any threat to the American people. We were during times of prosperity, we've taken care of all our healthcare is affordable, all of the stuff. Yeah, sure. Then we can go around, saying, hey, let's do something for the rest of the world. Who would oppose that?
Okay, you muted up. Cool. So, bro, listen, man. Iran was a threat all over the world. All right? There are people that don't like Donald Trump. I'll drop a link to an op-ed piece in the New York Times. And
op-ed piece in the New York Times, for fuck's sake. I'm sorry to the language.
Hey, what's up,
op-ed in the New York Times.
I didn't interrupt you one time.
Hey,
I just speed it up. That's good. So confusion then, listen. There are plenty of people who think that this war was necessary, and it makes a lot of sense. And I think that when it's all said and done, history is going to look back on this as a net positive for the United States, for the American people, and it's gonna add to the long list of accomplishments, the long that Donald Trump will have under his presidency. So I understand Orange Man bad. I understand TDS. I get all of that. All right. But, keep betting against them and keep losing that money. Keep doubling down and keep losing that money.
Oh, wow.
That's all I got.
Well, at least I know where you're coming from, Anthony. I can't possibly argue against that, right? I mean, you are basically calling these an accomplishment, ignoring the history of our blunders,
and you're basically warning us, don't bet against the orange man. If that's where you're coming from, then I respectfully step back from this argument from you. I mean, come on, man.
So, all right. So we have a liberal governor, none other than Mr. I can't read, Gavin Newsom, who spent approximately $24 to $37 billion on homelessness and housing programs as of early 2026. Have you been to California lately? Do you know what the homeless population looks like out there? After spending $24 to $37 billion on it. Like, you know, I understand. Like, you guys think that these are easy fixes. Okay, so, Elder, I can't hear how much I don't know what I'm talking about while I'm talking. You know, I'll pass the mic to you, and you can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. You got it.
You're doing a bad example. California's always had a high homeless problem. And Skid Row is the biggest homeless community in America, I believe. So, I mean, I don't know where you're going with that. You pump up this orange man. This orange man has been bankrupt 3 times, has failed marriages, been divorced. This man is not what you claim to be. And in fact, now he's pushing us into a war with Iran, right, that Israel pushed him to do. Now he's pushing us into a war with Iran, which the cash prices are going to go up. The economic system is going to basically crash based on his moves that he's making. Right? You dig this guy up like this guy is such a great president. This guy, first of all, he's a draft dodger. He never even fought in the war because he was a rich kid. He went after McCain, who was actually a prisoner of war, and this guy ran from the war. But he claims to be such a strong, powerful leader. And he never even stepped in war. Now he's pushing people to war based on another government that has a fear of Iran getting nuclear weapons. So they talked him into making this war. This guy is not what you think he is. I don't know why you can't see it. Something's wrong with you, man.
So, brother, because I disagree with you, it means that something is wrong with me. We can't just have a gentleman's, look, man, you got a difference of opinion, you have a different ideology. It has to be that something's wrong with me. I got to get demonized. I got to, be low IQ. I got to be not smart. No, because Elder, I didn't interrupt you, brother. I just made it up. All right, thank you. So listen, man. So we have, this the democracy. We got the Electoral College. You saw what the map looked like on election night. And the American people have spoken. And he's our leader. All right? And heavy's the head that wears the crown. It's a very difficult position. And I've never been a fan of a leader who just leads through polls. Like, but the American people, the majority of people, they're against this, they're against that. I've never been a fan of leaders that lead that way. You lead by your convictions. You make decisions. It's all you gotta wear it. The good ones, the bad ones, the messed up ones. Imagine those girls that died in that school that got bombed by accident. That shit is heinous. Like I can only imagine what their families are going through, and that's just it's as fucked up as it gets, and there's nothing nobody can do to bring them back. Same time, look at what the havoc Iran has been wreaking all over the world. There's a cost for that. There's a cost, and our president made a decision. I support him in making the decision. I probably wouldn't have even made that same decision myself. I would have tried to let the peace process play out. I would have sat down at the negotiating table some more and tried to get some inspectors up in there. He made a different decision than what I would have done. So I support his decision, and I hope that we are able to effectively change situations in Iran with as little loss as possible. That's what I hope for.
So Anthony, since you said it's an accident, what happened with those 165 girls who lost their lives, has President Trump apologized?
No, he hasn't. And it's not going to happen.
There you go.
I'm not sure what I even heard from Anthony here. He's basically ignoring how the Trump administration has behaved. Okay, and he's asking us to trust the judgment of the leader who has violated every non-conventional law. The Supreme Court had to push him back on the tariffs, right? And you're basically saying, what you're expecting us to look at Trump as a supreme leader? Is that what you want? We have checks and balances. Yes, we all go to the elections and select one leader, for 3 different branches. But that doesn't mean the American people don't have a say. And heck yeah, we have a say this November. So Anthony, your idea that somehow, of course, I agree with you that we win elections, we lose elections. I remember how people tried to deny President Obama getting elected. They were in denial for years. I agree that whoever wins the election is the president. There's no denying that. All right, we get behind the presidency, especially when it comes to foreign policy and wars. But to somehow say that we have to believe a guy who's so easily manipulated, that he is some King Solomon, that we should, come on, man. It's our money. These guys get out of office, get a presidential library, a pension for life and whatever, right? There's nothing to lose. We're the ones who are left with the baggage.
Hey, Daryl.
We can't keep making these mistakes over and over again in our name. We're the ones, the society gets burdened. All we're trying to say is that the bigger problems that conveniently get ignored because there's no money, and to buy into the bullshit that Iran was somehow responsible for terrorism, that was just lies. How many times do we buy the same lie? Was it the same weapons of mass destruction in 2003?
People believe it.
Come on, right?
But people believe it.
But Anthony,
People believe it.
Trump is in no position to be the savior of the world, Anthony. He's the man that just recently lied and said he was looking for drugs, went into Venezuela, took out the president and his wife, which he was not supposed to do. No way are you supposed to take out a president out of his own country and bring him over here.
Elder,
and arrest
that's
him.
who.
And hold on. And you lied because it wasn't about drugs. It was about the oil. Stop lying.
About a number of things.
It was about you wanted to take the oil. You wanted to take the oil and control the oil because you was worried about China and Russia. Stop lying. That was not about drugs because you just pardoned a man that was bringing tons of drugs into the United States.
What are you talking about, man? Our
What are you talking about? That was not about drugs.
It's no.
Land, please.
That was about oil. It was not about drugs. He wanted to take the oil from Venezuela. They've been going at it from the days of Hugo Chavez. Drugs into the United States. At the same time,
Who are you referring to?
At the same time, I forgot exactly who the person was, but
You just thought. Yeah.
tons of I'm not. You can actually look it up. He pardoned somebody that was bringing in tons of drugs into the United States. Not just talking. You could actually go in.
So, Elder, you're telling me that Venezuela is not a narco state? Is that what you're saying?
Venezuela was not responsible.
That's not what I asked you.
It's irrelevant if it's a narco state.
Why is that irrelevant?
Because it's not, if you want to say Venezuela's not going to stay, how many fucking places in the U.S. is saying, we're going to say Venezuela's not going to stay, so what does that matter?
Another topic, man. We didn't say
So that gives us the right to go fucking, that gives us the right to go fucking attack them and go kill our citizens?
moving to go.
That gives us the right to kill our citizens?
Regardless of what it is, we did it.
Okay, so what does that mean?
We did it.
So what does that mean?
Because you can say here what we ought to have done and what we should have done. We went and snatched him with the best and the brightest. I bet when they woke up and he stood at the barrel of that M4, they said, "Hey, get up." It's like, where's my security team? They're all dead. Get up. Hey, you, ma'am, get up too.
Leader was paid off by the CIA government. It wasn't no brilliant military. It was paid off, and the intel allowed them to go.
Elder, you would say anything, brother. You would say anything.
Big security.
Hold on. Regardless if those real people, regardless if you agree with it or not, that shit was a fucking spectacular. The way it went down.
Special security forces from Cuba, they actually did a freaking memorial in Cuba. Those people are really people that died. Stop being silly, Elder.
You'll make stuff up and you'll just say anything just like to hear yourself talk, man. To not give them dudes props for pulling off that operation.
The precision. Like come on, bro. Motherfuckers can't even chew gum and walk at the same time. You saying that was just whatever? Come on.
No, listen. They arrested top leader. His top man was arrested by the Venezuelan government for giving intel to America. What make you think he
Okay.
Elder, what are you making?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hold on. Elder. What I'm saying, bro, it doesn't matter how the fuck they got the information. Regardless of if that, right? It doesn't mean you got the information. You're going to be able to go there and pull it off the way they did. That's the point we're making.
Yes, you have to have. Look, we're not here to argue that the military of the United States is not equipped to do intel and do. Yes, we know this. But what I'm saying is the man is making it seem like it was just some brilliant move.
Because it was, bro.
Yeah,
dropped into a whole country, snatched that guy up and his wife, and we took him to serve for their crime.
Yeah, that's bullshit right there. So that's the case. Fucking you. What about Trump? Why he's not in jail? The official found out. Come on, man. Like
we're talking about. We run the world. We can do what the hell we want to do, Peter. You think I'm trolling, but it's the truth. We run this thing, man. Who is going to shut us up and make us do anything different? Nobody. Like, can you please give Maduro back?
When your ass starts speaking Mandarin,
can you please give Maduro back to his country? We said no. Come make us. And we sunk a few oil tankers in the process. Come on, man. Wait. We're the United States, man. I wish you guys started letting your
bro. You gotta be fucking playing, bro.
No, I'm dead ass.
The arrogance.
That's that small dick syndrome, bro.
Well, I don't have a small penis. Who up? If it don't,
I'm trying to avoid this going off the rails, y'all. Listen, man. As it relates to what Confusion said. Confusion, like, you just put a bunch of words together. We live in the United States. We're not an autocratic regime.
Because you got you confused don't mean you put words together. You don't point.
We're not an autocratic regime. People can speak out. People can criticize the government. No one's saying anything's wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying to you that people that reflexively, they don't critically think about what is being done. They don't ask the questions. They automatically criticize anything that this president does, anything his administration does, they find fault with it. How can we have productive discussions that way? How can we come to better conclusions and better understandings when everything is so polarizing? How can we talk about stuff reasonably when one side is calling the other side?
We can, because if you support the fucking
Anthony,
right? Hold on. If you support the devil himself, what is there to do, Anthony?
No.
Just motherfucking morally bankrupt, bro.
Anthony, hang on. On that point,
fuck that. Stop trying to be nice to these motherfucking maggots, man.
Just one second. Anthony, that's not what I said. I didn't say, I don't want the same thing how they delegitimize Obama just because he's a black president. I'm not saying that we do that to Trump because this is our fucking government, okay?
whoever's elected is doing the job on our fucking behalf. It's our government. I'm not saying that to blindly oppose whatever Trump does. Who said that? You made that up. You basically.
I said
no.
that's what people do.
The thing I objected to, is somehow the notion that you were trying to paint Trump like some sort of like King Solomon, where he is the most easily influenced person. That's what Trump is. We know where Trump started. On the Howard Stern show, and then on The Apprentice. Come on, we know his history. Okay? And we know sometimes he actually says the loud, the quiet part out loud. Like, for example, he came out and said yesterday, he actually doesn't care if the next Iranian government is democratic at all. He doesn't care. He came out and said that. Read it up. He even said he doesn't mind if the next Iranian leader is a religious leader. He came out and said that. That's Trump. That's your wise man. He says, I just want to be the one who selects that next leader. So I'm not objecting to Trump reflexively because we're paying his salary. We're paying for Air Force One. Heck yeah, I want my money's worth. I want him to do his fucking job. I'm not going to oppose him.
Fusion, what's up, bro? Yeah, I got it. Just give me 1 second. I just want to respond. I'm trying a little squabble real quick, bro. I'll pass it right to you. Confusion. Here's what's up. I agree when he says he doesn't care about whether or not it's a religious person that leads or whatever. Yo, if the person is going to play ball and he's a stabilizing force in the region and he's not going to, be on the fuck shit the previous regime was on, I absolutely agree. I just want somebody that's going to be able to be a stabilizing force and it's not going to do stuff that's going to compromise that region that's so important to the world's economy. I'm not, nobody's dogmatic about, they can't be a religious leader. It's just stupid. It's really dumb. The goal is that.
So inhale for the chance of fire. Every scar, every grudge rising like smoke in a fire. I should tight, but the storm's still loud. Oh, I'm sifting through every shadow in the crowd. Count it in, 1, 2. Let the anger fade through. Watch it drip from the river's line. I burn it out to the coast. I breathe alive till it cuts through the wall in my mind. Turn rage into wine like a spotted sun. I rise in action. Perfect harmony in the middle of the fire. I'm calm, I'm still, I'm free. I breathe in the light. Breathe in the light. Breathe in the light. Teeth controlled on 1,000 rungs. But they melt, they fall when I rewrite the song. Meant to sharp like a blade in my hand. I call my peace till it learns what to stand. Plug it in, 1, 2, let the poison break loose. Feel it drain from the fist, from the jaw. I take the flame till the fear turns to war. I breathe in the light till it cuts through. Feel the chest hold fire. Every scar, every grudge rising like smoke in a pyre. I shut tight, the storm still out. I'm sifting through every shadow in the crowd. Count it in, 1, 2, let the anger fade through. Watch it drip from the ribs, from the spine. I burn it out till the pulse feels alive. Yeah, I breathe in the light till it cuts through the war in my mind. Turn raging wild like a spotless sun. I rise and I shine. Perfect harmony in the middle of the fight. I'm calm, I'm still, I'm free. I breathe in the light. Teeth clenched hard on 1,000 wrongs, but they melt, they fall when I rewrite the songs. Man, trust sharp like a blade in my hand. I carve out peace till it learns where to stand. Count it in, 1, 2, let the poison break loose. Feel it drain from the fist, from the jaw. I tame the flame till the fear turns to war. Yeah, I breathe in the light till it cuts through the war in my mind. Turn raging white like a spineless sun. I rise and I shine in perfect harmony in the middle of the fight. I'm calm, I'm still, I'm free. I breathe in the light.
Deepest breath of the day. Give yourself life, joy, breath. Inhale slow, fill it up, feel it rise. Drop your shoulders, don't clench your eyes. Crowd in mind, on and on. Let it fade, your pulse, your way. Take the deepest breath of the day. Give yourself life, joy, breath. Let it all in, let it all stay. Life, joy, breath. Now on for 10, just 10, just 10, yeah. 10, not 11, 10, not 9. Feel your heart count out in your chest. Life, joy, breath. Exhale slow, let it go. Let it slide every tight little knot
traumatized from inside. You're right here on this beat, on this floor, nothing less, nothing more. 1, 2, feel your chest expand. 3, 4, you're in your own hands. 5, 6, drifting wide awake. 7, 8, every fear it breaks. 9, 10, you're alive again. Take the deepest breath of the day. Give yourself life, joy, breath. Let it all in, let it all stay. Life, joy, breath. Now hold for 10, just 10, just 10, yeah. 10, run, let it 10, feel your heart count out in your chest. Life, joy, breath. Deepest breath of the day. Give yourself light, joy, breath. Inhale slow, fill it up, feel it right. Drop your shoulders, unclench your eyes. Crowded mind, all that noise. Let it fade to the pulse of the way. Take the deepest breath of the day. Give yourself light, joy, breathe. Let it all in, let it all stay. Light, joy, breathe. Now hold for 10, just 10, just 10, 10, out of 11, 10, now, feel your heart count out in your chest. Light, joy, breathe. Exhale slow, let it go, let it slide. Every tight little knot unteased from inside. You're right here on this beat, on the floor, nothing less, nothing more. 1, 2, feel your chest expand. 3, 4, you're in your own hands. 5, 6, drifting wide away. 7, 8, every fear is breaks. 9, 10, you're alive again. Take the deepest breath of the day. Give yourself light, joy, breathe. Let it all in, let it all stay. Light, joy, breathe. Now hold for 10, just 10, just 10, 10, 11, 10, 9, feel your heart count out in your chest. Light, joy, breathe. heart to heart. I open like a garden gate, bare feet on the shining stone, silver in the morning air. Love is all I've ever known. Every doubt dissolves like smoke, falling from a burning crown. Wisdom in a single tear, rising as it touches down. Call your name eyes closed, but the light pours in, quiet as a whispered song. Hands lifted like empty cups, filling as you speak my calm. All the ancient questions fade, ashes in a gentle rain. Only this remaining flame, only you and only grace. Call your name open like a garden gate, bare feet on the shining stone, silver in the morning air. Love is all I've ever known. Every doubt dissolves like smoke, falling from a burning crown. Wisdom in a single tear, rising as it touches down. Call your name every heartbeat eyes closed but the light pours in, quiet as a whispered song. Hands lifted like empty cups, filling as you speak my calm. All the ancient questions fade, ashes in a gentle rain. Only this remaining flame, only you and only grace. Call your name every heartbeat one breath, one sound, one love all around. One breath, one sound, one love, holy slow and deep. Every thought falls to its knees in the shade of what you speak. Name in a circle, 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 turning my heartbeat, bending my will. I fall, I follow, hollow and thin, caught in your shimmering shame in a circle, each little echo wanting the same. I am your secret, open and still, under the hush of your name. Eyes like a doorway unlatched, pulling the dark out of me. Hands at the side of your face, you just smile and count to three. Name in a circle, 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 turning my heartbeat, bending my will. I fall, I follow, hollow and thin, caught in your shimmering shame in a circle, each little echo wanting the same. I am your secret, open and still, under the hush of your name. Call me closer, silence take its shape. Lay your promise over my shoulders. I am awake in your way. Name in a circle, 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 turning my heartbeat, bending my will. I fall, I follow, hollow and thin, caught in your shimmering tangle, circle, each little echo burning the same. I am your secret, open and still, hush of your name. Soft as a spell on my tongue, I breathe you in, slow and deep. Every thought falls to its knees in the shade of what you speak. Name in a circle, 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 turning my heartbeat, bending circle, circle, each little while, wanting to say, I am your secret, open still, under the hush of your name. Eyes like a doorway latched, pulling the dark out of me. Hands at the side of your face, you just smile and count to 3. Name in a circle, 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 turning my heart, bending my will. I fall, follow, and feel, caught in your shimmering chain. Name in a circle, 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 each little echo wanting to say, I am your secret, open still, under the hush of your name. Call me closer, closer, closer. Let the silence take its shape. Lay your promise over my shoulders. I am awake in your way. Name is circle, circle, turning my heart, bending my will. I follow and feel, caught in your shimmering chain. Circle, 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 each little echo wanting the same. I am your secret, open and still, under the hush of your name.
مش مسيحي، خواج. كويس. الخواجات دي لا عندهم مسيحية لا عندهم هنا، ممكن يكونوا
At some point, people can get out of